Hey, good talk, guys. Hello,
Yeah,
welcome to
great
week
talk.
2 of FLV season 23. Today we have Snoopy versus Total Badasses. I'm gonna be your sideline commentator, analyst, whatever. I'm not really casting or anything. Hi, I'm Somber. I'm joined today by the wonderful Bobby Sauce and the wonderful Tidal Wave. We have Bobby Sauce on play-by-play, Tidal Wave on color casting. We are also joined by our wonderful Twitch mod Vic. Hi, Vic, and then our wonderful observer Ziff. Hi, Ziff. Thank you so much for putting in the work and being great volunteers. I'm gonna let Bobby Sauce and Title take it away. Take it away, guys.
Hey,
Thanks, Somber.
thank you so much, Somber, for that wonderful introduction that neither me or Title spoke up to do.
You're the
But
play-by-play.
yeah, okay,
Welcome.
okay,
This is a
my
great
bad.
start to the
Yeah,
dynamic duo of Bobby and Title. I was gonna
yeah.
bring that up, and then that happened, so I don't even know if it's dynamic anymore. But
Guys,
You
welcome
know
to
what?
I'm
Well,
laughing
FLV.
really hard. I'm
it's
laughing
it's
really
okay.
hard.
It's okay. We'll make it dynamic, and we'll
We are
show
going to
everybody.
be
We're
the
gonna
most
make it.
dynamic.
Yeah, we're gonna be dynamic today. But yeah, we got TBA, Total Badasses, going up against Snoopy, Team Snoopy. Uh, what do you have to say about that, Title?
I'm really excited for this map. I mean, every single time that I cast for TBA, I always have to bring up the fact that my mom is in fact rooting for them because of the name.
I mean,
And
they
how
got a
can you
pretty
not?
great name.
Fame. Yeah.
They're total
I think
badasses.
I think even if I played them, she'd still root for them over Eco. So
I would still root for them, to be honest.
that's a great friend.
Yeah. It's
Anyways,
just the name.
I I am really excited for this matchup. I'm excited to see some explosive plays out of Danny. I'm excited to see some explosive plays out of Nick too, which
Hold
I
on,
Yeah,
guys.
both.
cast on last night.
We got subs to talk about this game.
Yeah,
Ooh, bring him in! Come
we
on, sideline reporter,
All
bring him
right.
in.
So for the side of Snoopy, I believe only one sub, and that is El Conte, the wonderful Nick Jr. subbing in for. I'm pretty sure their in-game username is like 202, like it's like 2022 1311 or something. It's a date that's also the name of a song that I don't know of, so I don't really know it off the top of my head. And then for TBA for Total Badasses, it is we have Gongi and Danny subbing in. So we have Gongi, who is infamous for
Falling
that
off
one
the
Abyss game last season and falling off after being
falling off
flashed
the
and then
map.
TPing.
has to
Um,
be a permanent thing, right?
wait, we have
Never
bans
gonna
Hey,
live.
going
what
Never
happened
on,
to
gonna live
Pro
that
League
down.
today?
guys, guys,
DJZin
guys.
did it today,
We have
so
we have bans going on. Abyss banned by Snoopy and Corrode banned by TBA. Let me send y'all the ban link.
I do not have the ban link. Yeah,
Yeah, neither
There
do
you go,
I, so I
guys. There
can't
you
that
see
would
it.
go.
be
Thank
that
you.
would be
Thank you very
helpful.
much.
Oh, Abyss and Corrode are gone. Gosh darn it! I really wanted a Corrode game.
Alright,
I
well, yeah,
always
we
want a
got
Corrode game.
there. It looked like Snoopy starting out the ban list, banning Abyss. That way, their sub Gongi can't fall off the map. Then you got Total Badasses banning Corrode. Uh, Honestly, I'm a big fan of Corrode. It's kind of sad to see that map go. And then it looks like the most recent ban is Snoopy banning Haven. Yeah, after watching that, I'd
I
ban it.
listen. I really want a Breeze game. I don't know about you,
I
but
want to see a Breeze
we
game
haven't had it.
so bad.
It's still in the pool. Nobody's banned
It's
it
still
yet.
in the pool. There's only Split, Bind, and Breeze left. So I mean, we'll
I do
see.
not
We'll
want to see a
see.
split game. For the love of everything holy, if we go to split, I'm letting Somber take over my. I'm letting Somber take over my role if we get split. I'm not gonna lie.
I want to see it. I want to see it so bad. I want to see what
I
teams
want to
have in
see it, and I
store.
want
That
to
way, I
see
can
what
copy
the
it.
comps are, because
Yeah, I want to
everyone
see
gets
team
so creative
comps.
now.
I want to see plays. I want to see interesting things just so I can copy all of them, I don't know much about like the new map yet. Well, not new map, a reworked map. It hasn't been in the rotation for like what, 2 years, 3 years. So,
Yeah, 2 years.
it's been quite a while, but right now we're just waiting on that what is that? When that third ban from Snoopy.
Oh my God, bind
Oh,
is
they
bind
banned
is banned.
Bind. Oh my
Super
god, we're
split.
Oh
one
my
map
god,
ban
wait,
away from getting
Breeze!
Breeze, guys. We're one map ban away, and it's up to Total Badasses.
I really,
It's
really hope
Yeah,
that it is a
we're
breeze
either
game.
losing title or we're getting Breeze. One or the other.
Either way is a win, because I'm so damn loud.
It's all good, you need to be loud. This is an exciting game.
Be
All right,
loud,
we
be
need we
proud.
we
It's
need some
gonna be
energy.
split
Exactly.
ban, and we're gonna get Breeze. Otherwise, you're gonna hear a dudum of a disconnect.
I mean, total badasses seem to be really deliberating. They just have not
They've been
banned yet.
deliberating the bind ban too with Snoopy.
Yeah,
I mean,
that last
both
ban
sides
from
have gone.
Snoopy, they were definitely deliberating that one. Honestly, I'm glad to see Bind go.
Well, I
I'm
think
not a
they
big fan of
know
Bind.
that Danny, like Bind, is one of Danny's best maps in FLV. Statistically, looking at the numbers that he drops, a couple days ago, I did produce the Big at 5 game with Bobby Sauce,
Yeah, I was there,
and
and Danny went
Danny
nuts.
dropped 30 plus.
Yeah,
Nah,
he.
29.
I mean, that
Okay,
kind
so
of happens when you're a
the
Yoru
voice in my ear.
one trick.
So we're on week 2. Danny's already played 3 games on Bind, and on all 3 games on Bind in season 23, he's popped off in all of them. So
Yeah, I mean, it really makes sense for Snoopy to ban Bind here.
That would have been.
We're getting it! Yes! We're getting the Bind!
I'm running around my room. Oh my goodness.
We're getting the Bind, and now it's just up to Snoopy picking the side.
What side do we want?
I honestly have zero idea for what we're gonna go for. It looks like Snoopy's gonna be choosing defense to start.
Yeah, the default is just defense because
So-
of the fact that every single round that you play is defensive sided.
Yeah,
just
everything
start from the
everything
beginning.
I've seen from this reworked Breeze, it seems pretty hard for attackers, considering that they kind of congested the mid area, and that A main space is also pretty hard to take with that wall. You can place one ways on it. You kind of have to commit some kind of utility into that in
Yeah.
order to take those spaces. And in my personal opinion, those are the most, like, that doors area in mid and that A main space, those are some of the most important spots on the map that you need to take if you're on the attack side. So starting on defense, I mean, that just kind of makes sense to me. It feels like a
And
pretty
here's the
defense sided map.
And here's the thing. Now they removed the A hallway, which was so crucial to a lot of the attacks. If you go back and watch FLV, or not FLV, sorry, not FLV, I'm thinking wrong. If you go back and watch VCT, go back and watch their attacks. You will see almost every round they send either a lurk or they'll send 2 to go split. It was so crucial to taking the map control now, but it's just gone. What I'm hoping we're going to see here is a fight, because even with the changes, even with the map being a bit more condensed, there's still so much you can do with her. Combine that with a Sova, you got a lot coming for you. Maybe even an Astra.
Yeah, everything when I think about the map, it seems very you know, leaning towards not even playing a sentinel to begin with. So I'm pretty interested to see what the team comps are gonna be, because like I feel
maybe
like
Sage, because the Sage is
yeah,
very good on this map.
I was gonna say
Or
actually, I
Chamber.
think I think the only like logical sentinel picks here are like agents that you wouldn't even consider for other maps like Sage. Well, not so much Chamber. I feel like Chamber is becoming pretty meta because of just like the nature of the character. But like Chamber is pretty strong just because of the way that you can like take those really early angles and you have that get out of jail free card. And then Sage with the wall and the slows is so good at this denial and everything like that. And we'll be able to see what's happening as once we get this ready check from both teams and we dive into character select. But
I was running my comp
looking like
last night.
yeah, looking like we're heading right in, and we're gonna be heading into the agent select pretty soon.
I was running comp last night. Can't lie, I was on the Chamber, and there it is.
So yeah, immediate.
Insta-lock Chamber from
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, Ladybug.
I mean-
This comp looks very similar. TBA's comp looks very similar to what Sentinels runs.
Yeah, it's looking
I
like
gotta be honest.
guys, are we
it's
surprised
looking like
that
TBA.
Danny's covering Yoru?
No,
No.
no one's surprised by
Not
that.
at
That guy's a Yoru merchant. No one's surprised by this at all.
A
But
Waylay pick is a little bit interesting here.
honestly, I feel like Waylay. I feel like especially in this meta, Waylay is kind of you need to be picking some kind of agent with like that get out of jail free card, and you also need to be picking an agent that has that entry capability, and Waylay manages to fulfill both of those roles. So like
Yeah.
she doesn't have too much utility to support herself. Yeah, I feel like you don't really need a traditional sentinel on this map, especially if you're going to be locking that Viper, which we see Gongi hovering right now. And look like we're getting some locks coming in on the side of TBA, and yeah, it looks like they're going to be confirming this 0 centi comp, which to me just makes sense. And it's going to be double smokes and double duelist, and you know, a little bit more of a more aggressive comp on the side of Snoopy with the double initiator and the just the clove for the smokes. I mean, there's nothing wrong with clove. And you know,
I
now we're getting right into the action.
I like the Nocenti comp because it gets you to be able to run a double duelist and double controller on Breeze, which is very useful. But the one issue that we had, especially last night when the Nomads played, was someone didn't run a Sentinel, and all of a sudden, it was just bad central. Because what we have, lurks. Lurks 24/7. They were able to get onto his site and lurk up all the way into their spawn. They were able to lurk up through mid when they called rotates. It was so bad on the lurks, and that's the issue with the no comp.
Vader.
The issue with the no senti comp is that it's just so you have to commit at least one person if you don't want to get lurked on.
Yeah, definitely. You need to stay aware and like you need to keep map control, especially if you're gonna be playing that no senti comp. And so we're gonna see how that goes as we dive right into this first round. Just slow walk up on the B, committing Gangi appearing to commit this B wall, but not so much. It looks like a different wall, and you know, we're getting right into the action with Elsai Kongru, Nick Jr. just getting two right in that elbow space, and Danny, he's gonna respond in kind, getting that trade onto Elsai Kongru, bringing this to a, you know, even situation with the 3v4. And TBA a little bit down in terms of numbers, but their positioning, you know, they're raring to go on this B hit. No capability to use this wall, but we still have the clove smokes, you know, remedying that. And we're gonna send one right in as it's looking like the team is just walking in. Shots being sent through the smoke, and Danny able to get a pick on the Black Swan. Flash being sent out, TPing into the back site, where Luforia is able to get one on the Ladybug. And now Luforia left in the 1v2. Let's see what happens. Shots being fired back and forth. Now it's Luforia against Danny in the 1v1. Danny set up towards back site with the bomb in hand. Luforia unsure on where the positioning is of this Yoru, and able to just swing right past half wall and get that headshot onto Danny, securing that first round.
Coming out of Luforia and Nick there, that was amazing. I really liked that attempt at a B split on the first XQ of the game. Sending people up through that hole, that's going to be a very important thing to happen, because if the defense isn't looking, capability of getting a shot in the back from if you're playing on the double box that was just moved in mid is very high.
Like, if you're the attacking team on Breeze, it's definitely way easier to get onto the B side as opposed to the A side. And you know, we're seeing here, if you do want to get onto the A side, you kind of need to do some split here, which is what they're doing. But it's looking like they're just Nick Jr. just trying to shut them down with his outlaw. But the Viper Orb's being committed. Rest of the team is walking up through doors while Ladybug just sits in A main, droning through. Shots being exchanged. Cool is able to get a pick onto Danny with that outlaw. Flash being sent through. A lot of stuff going on here. More shots being exchanged, and that's going to be Sprinkle Cake and Ladybug going down, and now it's just Gangi left in a 1v5. What are you able to do here? Getting one with the classic. A pick on a Black Swan who had a, you know, an outlaw for himself. Able to recover that outlaw. Maybe, you know, we can do something with that. The pace of the round slowing down quite a bit as it looks like Gangi's backing up, trying to get something going, but, you know, that's going to be the rest of Snoopy pushing up, trying to deny this outlaw. Get this out of the hands of Gangi, and Baby Bluey's able to get that done. Elsai Kongru recovering that outlaw. 3 outlaws.
Kongaroo with the shots of the century back-to-back rounds. A nice shot to take off the head in mid. A nice shot first round to get 2. It's just the aim, but now you gotta question how well are the triple outlaws gonna do against a team of full rifles? I mean, 1 Guardian, but almost full rifles.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, 2 of them have only regen shields, so that's just gonna be 1 shot to the body onto 2 of these players, Ladybug and Danny. Danny, who's, you know, subbing in and trying to be like an absolute workhorse for this team of TBA, and just immediate entry onto the B site. Only Black Swan here to contest this, and immediately going to get taken out by Danny. That's one outlaw down. Luforia is set up here right behind half wall, unaware of some positioning, but sending some shots through, hoping to get something on, you know, anybody that's posted up on the other side of this wall, but not able to get any on the Cokes. And now the pace of the round is slowing down a little bit here. You see some jump peaks coming out, just trying to get an understanding on where some positioning is. Cokes able to get one onto an unaware Luforia. Wall going right back up. Looking like Cokes just able to have an absolute playground on the B site and able to drop a 4K to win this round. Flawless for TBA.
A great 4K to, you know, secure the round, but you gotta go back and look at that execute on the B. You know, you're Waylay stunned off, right? But that usually used to get Waylay out of that position. She was yard flash, then cleared by a decay with a clove, then just pushed out with guns. They sent 2 to go clear her, and 2 went on site. One got a lurk through, I believe it was mid-door. And it's such a well-rounded execute with such a great precision.
Yeah, you can see here. Again, like I said before, that A side is going to be way harder to get to get onto and take advantage of, as opposed to the B side for the attacking team. And it looks like TBA is fully aware of this, just totally ignoring everything on the B site. And now we're getting a dart sent through as TBA just makes their way onto the B site. Outside Kongru, Nick Jr. with his, you know, his trusty Odin that he's been abusing all season, and he's able to get one. Luforia and Black Swan able to get one of their own. Black Swan getting the trade for Luforia, that pick on a Danny, and more shots just being exchanged, and they're able to get the bomb down, TBA, but they're not able to secure that post plan, and it's going to be a third round.
I spoke to Nick Jr. earlier, and I said, hey man, I really liked casting for you last night. What I don't like is the Odin. And he said, get used to it. I'm getting used to it apparently, because this is the second game that I've casted of him, and he's already just Odining.
Yeah, I mean, he's just been abusing that gun all season.
We have ourselves a Brock. Because not only can he Odin, he can also rifle, and it's scary. No glitch,
I heard from a little birdie that Nick Jr. is going for the most sub games this season.
Who's next?
He's definitely gonna get it.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna see a lot of Nick Jr. this season. Once again, trying to execute some onto the B site. Danny committing this dimensional drift as shots are being sent through, and now we're left in an even 3v3, but still not quite able to get onto the site. Nick Jr. able to walk up through elbow, get that pick on a Ladybug who's holding the bomb, and now we're left in a 2v1 after some shots are exchanged. Danny by himself against Elsai Kongru, Nick Jr. himself, and Baby Plu. Dog being sent through tunnel. Gonna find the clone, but not quite gonna find Danny as he walks back towards B main. Just trying to secure this bomb for his team, maybe able to do something with it. Grabbing that bomb and CPing back onto the B site while Elsai Kongru and Baby Plu are none the wiser. Leaning towards his A side, maybe expecting some kind of rotation, but looks like that's exactly what Danny's gonna do.
If anyone can clutch this, it's Danny. If anyone in FLV can get these 2 picks off of an Odin and a Vandal, it's Danny.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, if anyone is able to get this done, it's gonna be Season 22 champion, Danny, you know, himself.
Spike planted.
Bomb's gonna be going down towards the A site. Looks like the prediction from Elsai Kongru and Baby Plu is correct, while Danny sets up towards his A main space. A little bit unaware of the position.
He still
but
has 1 flash to push out here too.
Yeah, 1 flash in the 2v1. I mean, that makes things a little bit easier, but you still got to deal with Nick Jr. and his trusty Odin that he has right in his pocket. Bomb tap. Oh, missing some shots and, you know, not going to hit those, while Nick Jr., he has this Odin. The rest of the team is going to... rest of the team being Baby Plu, they're gonna... Oh my god! They reconvene, try to get the defuse down, and Danny just swings out and is able to get the double kill onto both of them.
I'm sat here with my hands up, absolute cinema. What are we doing? That's crazy, Danny.
speechless.
You know, I was
don't
gonna
know
say
how
at
to
first.
cast that.
I was gonna say at first that you can't be whiffing those shots, but like he made up for it,
Yeah,
so
I
I
mean,
can't even be mad.
he whiffed the first couple of shots onto Nick Jr. and immediately afterwards, Nick Jr. sits there trying to spam him, like discourage the swing, but Danny, he just doesn't care. He swings and he's able to get that too and secure a second round for his team. You know, getting into this round, Black Swan pushes up, getting a super fast pick onto Danny, but Cokes is going to respond with a trade of their own. And now they just have almost complete control of this top mid space, save for Nest, which is being held by Nick Jr. Molly going down, pushing Nick Jr. out of that space, and Coach is going to get that pick, but Baby Blue coming up with the backstab onto Ladybug, committing this Sky ult, committing these cabbages. Now, Flash going through. Are we going to see a swing? It is important to note, Snoopy is a little bit on a save round right now. Shots being sent through, Baby Blue just comfortable sitting here in this doors area, but Gangi's gonna, you know, Luforia, my mistake, Luforia's gonna swing out a Nest, and Gangi's gonna punish that, but Cokes is able to, you know, pick out Baby Blue in that doors area and completely free up the A site for TBA. Bomb gonna be going down. Now it's just cool TCM with a Vandal and his handy dandy chamber operator in a 1v3. Shots being sent through doors. Just trying to, you know, maybe find an early pick through the smoke, make this retake that much easier, but no dice on that one.
I'm too far.
Second smoke going up, and it's going to be Cokes playing inside the smoke. Cool. None the wiser, and swings through, and Cokes is going to secure another 4K for that team, for TBA. Third round on the board.
I spoke too soon. I am sorry. Cool. But, you know, it's fine. Great round there. I did love the hold on mid. Bomb goes down because the lurker that gets a pistol pick in mid doors. But the sending two to retrieve bomb and go kill the lurker mid doors, and then having one hold clove, which they saw peek out early, is just so smart and such a good use of your people, your team. Something I wish my ranked team was good do.
You're going to be hoping a lot for that one. Now, it's looking like TBA is going to be taking a little break from the B side, getting this A push going while four of them pushing up through A main while Gangi goes by himself on alert through mid doors, but immediately going to get punished in an untradeable position by Cool with a Bucky. Luforia, oh, with the quick headshot onto Cokes, who, albeit was low health, but I mean, that was a headshot.
So possible.
Nothing to say about that. Cool and Luforia getting second kills for both of them, while it's just Danny alone with the operator. Bomb down in the 2v1, getting pushed by the ulted Luforia, and that's it. Luforia is gonna confirm the second life with that Clove ult, while Black Swan is able to get that defuse. Maybe even recovering this operator.
Luforia has hit some nasty shots so far.
Yeah, Luforia is looking
so has
sick
Danny,
with
but
Sheriff.
Luforia, man. Beautiful shots.
Yeah, Luforia and Cool, that round. Duo ace, I'm pretty sure, for both of them.
I don't know how much I like, though, sending just one person. If you're gonna split a site here, you got to send more than one person. The amount of rat corners of someone can take the shotgun, which they did that time, is insane.
Yeah, moving on into this round, it's looking like Cool is going to take a really early peek into B main, but isn't going to quite hit the shot. Still able to land a leg shot onto Danny through the smoke. Dart going through, and it's going to scan Cool, and Danny's going to pick up that, you know, pick up that kill. Viper's Pit being committed by Gangi. Danny's going to push up a little bit too aggressive and is going to get punished for that positioning by Luforia. And it looks like TBA is totally unaware of this flank from Black Swan. Black Swan, a little bit of a difficult kill, but is able to secure that, putting down that Viper's Pit. And when everything is said and done, now we're left in a 1v4. Sprinkle Cake, the Clove, immediately going to get picked out by Baby Blue and decidedly not going to commit the Clove ult. Fifth round on the board for Snoopy.
Smart decision to not commit the Clove ult there. I mean, 1v4, what you can do is tuck behind the wall, get maybe one. Not a lot of use out of that, unless you have a rifle, and they didn't. So a good decision to just, save it, get aggressive in a post plant, If someone is, saving, go ahead and let the clove go hunt them. Because you do have that ult still. Thank you, Bader, for this beautiful cinematic shot.
I didn't even know there was a villa back there. Well,
I also didn't.
getting into this round. Yeah, getting into this round, it's gonna be cool to see him taking an early pick or an early peek onto the A main space, but Sprinkle Kick immediately gonna punish that aggressive positioning, able to put down the operator, while the rest of TBA taking advantage of that really early pick, deciding that A site is gonna be the one that they hit. Baby Blue committing this splash, and now Danny with an operator in his own hands. Dart coming through from outside Congaree. Baby Blue, even without the scan, is able to get that pick on a Cokes, but Sprinkle Kick is gonna respond. Trade of her own. Black Swan able to get, the Gangi lurking through that mid space. Unaware that there's a second person, though, in Ladybug. And it's looking like outside Congaree is going to be committing this Sova ult, trying to bait something on the plant. And Black Swan biding time, waiting a little bit, being patient, and is able to get that pick onto Ladybug. And now it's going to be a really difficult post plant over here as you're getting pushed from two different directions. But Danny, he's able to hold steadfast with the operator, and shots being exchanged, and now we're left in a Clove 1v1. Sprinkle Cake versus Luforia. And Luforia's going to get that pick on a Sprinkle Cake, but Sprinkle Cake is going to commit this ult, and Luforia is going to get that second kill and secure a 6th round for Snoopy.
Awesome round there, honestly. In my opinion,
Reckon we're just better, aye?
a little bit, gross way of the execute, but it worked out. Got bomb site. Yeah, they got on site, got bombed down. Just unfortunate timing took in mid. Black Swan gets the lurk up, gets one pick onto Gangi without Gangi even realizing he's there. And then it happens again in the same spot as Ladybug doesn't realize that Black Swan's there. It's just unfortunate timings.
Yeah, not expecting Black Swan to stick around there. Oh wow, really early pick from Cool TCM onto Danny. Danny kind of losing a decent amount of these first engagements, but looking like Black Swan is trying to push up into this elbow space. Dart being committed, trying to push Black Swan out, and that goal is achieved. But Black Swan doubling right back after hearing the reload, and Ladybug is pushing through, sending out a shock dart. Hoping to get something, but not quite going to find anything with it, and some shots are exchanged on the site. Coke's going to get Luforia, Cool TCM going to get that pick on a Gangi, and now we're left TBA in the 3v4. Ladybug swinging out and immediately going to get taken out by Black Swan. And now what are we going to do? Sprinkle Cake trying to rotate towards the A side and is going to get a pick onto Baby Blue, that long distance fight, But here we have Nick Jr. working his way up towards that mid space. Coke's going to swing through the smoke, and Cool TCM's going to see it. Coke's not quite looking in the right direction, and now we have Sprinkle Cake alone. 1v3. But you have all of Snoopy towards the B site, and Sprinkle Cake completely alone in terms of teammates and enemies on the A site. Smoke going to be committed as that plant goes down with only like 10 seconds left on the clock. Now we're left in this 1v3 post plant. What will Snoopy do? Look at like they're gonna try to attack this from.
Through the main.
Drop in a smoke.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get an attack from different angles, but I'm not sure if Sprinkle Kick is aware of outside Congaree, Nick Jr. pushing behind. And yeah, not too aware. Not too aware, and Nick is gonna get that backstab. Not literally a stab, but yeah, from behind with the Odin. Securing that 7th round.
I know you're gonna watch this back, Nick. That's boring. Knife them. I want a knife kill. Yeah, no, it's looking almost as if, I'm sorry, I forgot. Who's attacking?
TBA's attacking.
TBA. It's looking almost like TBA is just fizzling. They lose the first pick, and TBA is just fizzling out. They're losing their attack. They're losing their motive.
Nowhere to run!
Instance like that. Out of TBA.
Yeah,
Let's try to get
immediately committing the Sova ult, and Black Swan immediately being taken out really early. Oh my gosh. Elsai Kongru in a really aggressive early position, and Sprinkle Cake with those wonderful sheriff shots gonna punish that. Danny gonna work his way up mid, get that pick on a Elsai Kongru, and Cokes and Sprinkle Cake pushing onto the site with the jet ult and the recovered Odin. Just gonna win this round in only a handful of seconds. Wow, really fast round.
It's almost like they listened to me. As soon as I said they're fizzling out and they're not going strong, as soon as they lose first pick, they speed it up and they smack a site like it's no tomorrow. And as soon as they did that, they went around. And if they can get a 7-5 here, I think that's a steal.
Yeah, I mean, even an 8-4 half, like, both of those halves, both of those differentials are super, super doable. Especially since you're starting on attack, you're going to be on defense now. But looks like we're going to get a drone sent in towards that B main space. Not quite going to clear out Cool TCM on that early position, but not too, you know, satisfied with the information gained. Danny's going to walk in with the Dimensional Drift and punish the positioning of Cool TCM. Flash being sent out, clone being committed, and you know, a little bit of whiff shots, but Danny's able to swing out of that backside, able to get Baby Blue, but Black Swan immediately responding. More shots being sent out, and now we're left in this 2v2. Outside Kongru with the Odin, able to get onto Gongi, but being taken out by Ladybug, and now we're left in the 1v1. Luforia against Ladybug.
My ult is ready.
And Luforia is able to land the shot just a hair before Ladybug is, and that's going to be the 8th round, and that's going to be the half.
Beautiful execute, just a lot went wrong. They're taking fights and then no one's trading it out. It's a bit frustrating almost, and you know that these rounds that, you know, you got plant down in like five of the rounds, including the ones that excluding the ones that you won, you could have had 5 more wins on this. Moving into the defense, though, now you're going to start to see maybe a struggle of not having a Senti, because not having a Sentinel really affects your attacking, and it has a better attack, typically. But only getting 4?
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. You know, sending in this dog through the A main space, just taking immediate control as they try to, you know, work their way onto the A site. Waylay Dash being sent through, and Luforia is going to find a really early pick onto Danny through a smoke. Black Swan also going to find another pick onto Sprinkle Cake, and Cokes is going to respond with, you know, some spam through the box, and turning around even still in the hinder. Just going to get that pick onto Danny, and now we're left in an even 3, my mistake, not an even 3v3, but the 3v2 retake. But, you know, might as well be a 2v2. I guess not. Gongi gonna find another pick on a Cool TCM, bringing this down to a 2v1, but not quite able to secure that pick on a Luforia and turn it into the 1v1. Pistol round are going to be going to the side of Snoopy.
A great attack. You cannot deny the attack. That was perfectly executed, perfectly speeded. Perfect speed. I can't speak. Not much I can say. Just the defense. It almost looks like they're taking ones.
Yeah. You kind of don't want to do that, really, if you're on the defense. You know, you have that advantage. You want to... They got to come to you, you know. You want to be able to take these fights, like, make it unfair for the attackers, and that's not quite what we just saw from Coke swinging out and putting himself in an unfair fight, and Dart being sent through, the dash being committed by Black Swan, able to get the picks onto Danny, but Sprinkle Cake, you know, seeing the reload, able to get that pick on the Black Swan, and Gongi with the super ambitious wraparound, but Snoopy was already there towards that door space, and no advantage there. 10th round on the board.
I know it's some worse guns against the better guns, but it's the effects of not having a Sentinel. Even then, you see how fast the executes are coming through. If you have a chamber trip, Cypher Trip, any sort of Sentinel utility, it just limits how fast they can go, because they can only go fast if they break util, and it forces teams into defaulting, going slow, breaking util when you have that Sensi. When you don't, teams can just slam. And you see, they're talking about it now. You're gonna have to see some adjustments here, because if they keep playing the way that they're doing, if Cokes keeps pushing out, and you know, he gets maybe one on pistol, but since then hasn't gotten it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't. I do think that there's a little bit of merit in these like early picks that Cokes is trying to find with these really like early aggressive positions, but when you're swinging into like three, four, even five of the other players on the opposite team, it's not exactly going to work out. You're immediately going to get traded. Even if you get one or two, you're not putting your team in an advantageous position. So I want to see what kind of adjustments TVA is able to make, see what kind of stopping power they have in their, in their kit and in their abilities, and see what stall they can bring out as we dive right into this 15th round, third defense round. TBA finally able to buy up some, weaponry. Really only a Guardian, but Luforia walking through the smoke and able to get a pick on a sprinkle cake. That's your smokes going down, but Cokes is going to respond with a trade of his own, getting Luforia out of there. Much slower pace to the round, and it looks like Luforia was just bait, really trying to sell this fake on the A site, and it was hook, line, and sinker. TBA fell right for it as Snoopy is able to get this free B site, able to get this bomb down immediately, and now we're just getting some really aggressive positions from some of the players from outside Congru, and he's going to be taken out by Cokes. Black Swan also in this aggressive position, while the rest of the team just being dismantled piece by piece. TBA, wonderful retake. TBA securing their first round on the defense half.
Wonderful retake, and like so smart. It's they're learning how this team's attacking
Race into
now.
the spike sites.
And it's almost like they predicted what was gonna happen. You saw Gongi get ahead of where no, not TBA. Lord, Snoopy. Bobby, I'm losing it. Really, there's too many teams in FLV.
Well, I mean, there were more last season.
52
Something
teams
tells
last
me-
season, by the way.
Lord. Something tells me that Luforia has that just loves the Reaver skin bundles. I don't think I've seen them without Reaver skin.
Scout just
Yeah, I wonder what makes you think that, but once again, Cokes in this really early aggressive position, immediately going to get punished by Elsai Kongru, even through the jet smoke. And now we got Black Swan working their way up mid, but swinging out through door is going to get picked off by Danny, not quite going to find, your target there. But cool TCM setting himself up in that aggressive position outside of A main, able to do that with the chamber TP, and is going to find that pick on his sprinkle cake. And now we're getting a fight here in main, or mid, excuse me, Gongi going to take out Elsai Kongru. And now we're left in a 3v3 with Snoopy trying to make their way towards the B site. Gongi in this really aggressive position towards mid, letting the first person go and trying to, get the pick onto the second and third. Able to get Baby Blue, and, might as well cut your losses and get out while you can. Find that one pick and stay alive. Stay with the rest of your team. That's exactly what you want to see. Luforia set up in this really aggressive position, lurking through the smoke, able to get that pick on a Danny, but Gongi's able to respond in kind, but gonna commit this Clovolt. Not gonna find too much with it.
Ladybug just can't push out here.
Ladybug pushing out, but Viper Orb going up, and it's gonna make it impossible for Luforia to get that kill, trying to confirm the ult. And now it's up to just cool TCM alone in the 1v2. Two players live on the side of TBA.
And no, he's not playing backside.
Not even able to use his TP, but Gongi just walking out of the smoke, and those super fast reflexes, able to get that round with a 4K of his own.
Gongi, bless him. That was such a good play. I love the push out into mid, getting your one, pushing back into your own slot, and realizing they're rotating, letting the first go through, then getting the second. almost getting a third onto Cool.
Need a loan?
It's such smart plays like
Funds to
that
spare.
that are going to get TBA over the line if they continue to play like this. I don't know.
Looks like we're seeing this, you know, easy B setup from Gongi that or not Gongi, from, from Gongi that I'll probably copy in my own games if we ever play Breeze. Luforia once again punishing this really early aggression from Cokes. It's not exactly working out. That's not what you want to see. You're putting yourself in these disadvantageous fights, and it's not going to be working out. But Danny, he's able to walk up accidentally, or maybe purposely, triggering the door and, you know, warning TBA of the positions. Or Snoopy, my mistake, warning Snoopy of his position. While the rest of... While these three players in A main just wait, bide time for the other two to walk up. Ladybug gonna get taken out. And Sprinkle Cake gonna get taken out by Black Swan. Wow. Completely freeing up the A site and just leaving this mid fight. And Luforia gonna hit a crazy shot onto Gongi. And now it's Danny left alone in a 1v5 at 2 HP. Almost an impossible situation. Let's see what he can do with this. Let's see if he's able to step up.
The
TBA...
Think save, right?
I mean, at this point, you would have to contemplate the save, but it looks like that's not even a thought in the mind of Danny as he swings out. Luforia also swings out, and they're left in that 1v1 fight, and as a consequence of Danny being at literally 2 health, it's an easy pick for Luforia.
Danny can do a lot of things. A 1v5 clutch on 2 HP, I don't think is possible. And if he would love to prove me wrong, do it next round, Dan. But I can't see it happening. I don't know why we're swinging and pushing. Just save your gun. I know you have the economy, but your teammates don't. Ladybug is forced onto a Guardian, and Sprinkle's forced onto a Stinger with Cokes on a Judge.
Yeah, well, it looks like this Judge is really gonna pay off. Oh no, the ult's being committed, and Cokes isn't exactly able... Yeah, with all of the utility and the ultimates being sent through, Cokes isn't exactly able to capitalize off of that position, but Danny, he's able to just swing right through the smoke and get 2 on a Black Swan and Baby Blue, completely denying this plant. Luforia gonna swing to the back side, get Gongi, and Ladybug finding a trade onto Outside Kangru with the shock dart and flanking around from behind in this 2v1. Gonna get caught out by the trip, but, I mean, no one's here to capitalize off of that. Cool is gonna be wrapping around through the spawn, and Ladybug gonna double back towards that mid tunnel. Are they aware?
One enemy remaining.
Oh my god, Ladybug finding that pick onto Luforia, now evening up the round into the 1v1. Cool TCM versus Ladybug. Can Ladybug step up and win this round for her team? Drone being committed. Going through the smoke. Trying to find this position of Cool. Gonna miss the tag, but now we're aware of the position. Committing the dart. Somewhere.
Or did she just dart?
I think she tried to dart on the pillar, but, you know, missed a little bit, and now it's gonna be Cool TCM just trying to play for time here. Aware of just the Guardian pick, and Ladybug is able to get that final pick, but there's no time on the defuse. Unfortunate. That's gonna bring Snoopy up to their 12th round, up to match point.
Cokes! I'm gonna
point.
stare right at my camera. It's not on, but I'm gonna stare right at it when I speak to you, man. Stop! Leave! Stop doing this, man. You're just giving out the first pick. When you were left alive, your team won the retake. But you're giving out the first pick, you're peeking out early, and you're gonna do it again with a classic. Like, what are we doing here, Cokes? I know you have your knives, but please, man.
It's looking like Cokes is gonna heed your advice, backing up towards the site, leaving this as 4 of these Snoopy players are just stomping their way up into mid. The Viper's Pit being committed in that A main space, denying Cool as he tries to walk up, but what are they doing? They just immediately walk into the top mid space. What is happening right now?
Spike down mid.
What is this round? Oh my god, the dash being committed here. Danny, he's gonna find a pick on a Cool TCM, trading Ladybug. Luforia gonna find the pick on a Sprinkle Cake, and when the dust settles, we're left in this 2v2. But Danny, once again, he's at low health. Luforia recovering this bomb. Gongi going for this operator.
The attackers and defenders have just swapped sides.
They
Last
swapped
player
sides
standing.
completely, and Elsai Kangru somehow expecting this position, and as a consequence of that low HP, now we're left with Gangi in a 1v2 to, you know,
Spike planted.
try to deny this
One
match
enemy
point
remaining.
with a crazy shot onto Luforia swinging out super wide. Luforia gonna commit the ult, because, I mean, why not? It's last round, you might as well go for it, and looks like Gangi's gonna try to fight this? Oh my gosh, and Luforia is gonna run and gun Gangi down. Securing that 13th round and securing this match for Snoopy.
I just don't have
Alright.
words for what that final round was.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what
Alright,
I just
guys.
watched.
So we do have a bit of a post-game interview today. We are going to have Nick Jr. and then the captain of Snoopy, Elo, otherwise known as Luforia. Let me just double check that they are good to join.
I'm genuinely speechless. Bobby, this is the first time I've ever been speechless as a caster. Or speechless in general. I don't stop talking.
What a game we just witnessed. For the first, honestly, I think for the first Breeze game of the season, it delivered.
I have 2 words. That was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that was
That was a lot more than 2 words.
that was 4 words actually. That was double what you said. I don't know if you heard me, but I counted.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, Bobby.
All right. Well,
I mean, truly, what a game. I mean, honestly, I don't know if you guys up in the booth feel the same about this, but from down here on the ground, that game looked a lot closer than the score.
Yeah.
Scoreboards are reflecting.
I completely agree. I feel like that game, like each round was left to like a 1v2 or just a straight 1v1. Like every round was close. That was something to watch.
All right.
And you know what the biggest surprise for me was, right? Was how many rounds that TBA lost that could have absolutely been won.
They might have to launch an internal investigation into the Cokes.
Yeah.
Absolutely no, Cokes.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like he
Cokes.
might be
I'm again
taking-
going to stare at the camera when I say this. Stop peeking.
He's
out
taking
mid.
taking money under the table. I can feel it.
I swear it's there.
He's being
Stop
Alright.
peeking out mid or main, please, for love of everything.
I mean, it's not even.
Go ahead. Finishing thought.
I was gonna say it's not even like it's not even that the problem is the early angles that he's taking. The problem is that he's not affording himself an opportunity to get out. He's committing to these fights.
And on top of that, he's rarely getting any value out of putting himself. He's putting himself in these situations, and rarely did I see him get even his one. Which on the defensive half, even like getting one and getting traded out, that's an advantage for the offense. So I just think he's, yeah, like you said, he's not putting himself in a position to get out. But also in most of those rounds, he didn't even get his one in the first place. So I think.
I mean, even if like you're playing the Jet, even if you are able to swing out and you're able to get that pick, or even if you don't get that pick, even if you just like see their presence there and you dash away, that's still information, that's still value that you're generating for your team. So like when you're taking these spots and these positions and these early angles, you need to be able to, dash away. You need to not commit to the angle, especially if you feel like you're gonna lose it.
And he's just not valuing his life. And honestly, one of those things, like, your life is so valuable in this game. Obviously, 5 versus 5 every round, and losing your life for without getting any value in return is, I mean, we see it reflects in the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm dragging them in for the interview now.
All right.
Interview time.
Welcome, Elo.
Interview time.
Hello.
Welcome, Elo.
Welcome, Nick
Nick
Jr.
Jr.
Welcome, Elo and Nick.
All right.
Welcome.
So,
Hi.
for those watching the FLV stream, hello, I'm Sambar. I'm your courtside analyst. I have a couple questions. We'll start off with Elo, if that is okay with y'all.
Okay.
All right, Elo.
This is
So,
party time.
first question that I have for you is your team name is Team Snoopy. Why
Yes.
Snoopy?
Because Snoopy is like the best character of all time. I mean, that's like the silliest question you could ask me. I am
You know
the
what?
biggest Snoopy fan of all time. So
Wait, like
obviously I had to
over
make my team
Woodstock?
Snoopy. Yeah.
It only makes
Woodstock?
sense.
I'm gonna side with Elo here. I think
Wow.
Snoopy over Woodstock.
Actually, we
I'm
were.
a Woodstock fanboy. Maybe next season I gotta make a Woodstock team, and then we can go against.
The
Yeah, we
biggest
were
rivalry.
going to make an
That almost
academy
happened
team.
this season.
Yeah, we were gonna make an academy team, and the team name was Woodstock, but the plans fell through.
That's funny.
I mean,
Unfortunate.
you got so many seasons of FLV ahead, so
Yeah.
I mean,
just have to
there's so many
Season
Peanuts
1000,
characters.
here we come.
just have to put those plans in motion maybe in a season or two.
Yeah.
All right. So next question for you, Elo. We were wondering what kind of team dynamic you have going on within Team Snoopy. We were wondering if we can get a little peek inside each of your players' brains. What roles do you have? Who's your IGL? Who do you consider your biggest carry throughout the team?
So me and Sixo, we're actually, we live together. So both him and we've been playing for like 4 years together now. So
Sorry, could you
we're.
just clarify to the stream who Sixo is?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's Black Swan. We've been playing for years. He actually taught me how to get to my rank. So we both IGL. We have been friends with Plu since last season. And then Cool we just brought in. He's now part of the team. We're kind of testing out a bunch of roles. We don't really have set roles. I mean, I'm duelist usually. But we have Plu on duelist sometimes. We have Black Swan on duelist sometimes. It really depends on the day and how they're actually doing that day. Like if their aim is good, then we'll put them on duelist. But I can't play anything but duelist. So
I don't blame
yeah.
you. I'm the same way.
So I'm always on duelist. I mean, I can try. I mean, that was the first game of FLV that I think that I played something but duelist. So, and I did pretty good.
Dude,
But I
that's
played it
2
like
for 2. 2 for 2 tonight, where like I convinced someone to play a character that they weren't originally gonna play, and then they pop off. Because Ofi originally in our game prior was like, dude, what do I play here? And I was like, dude, just play Phoenix. And he was hovering like Reyna the whole time. I was like, dude, just play Phoenix. He plays Phoenix, top frags, 400 ACS. Like, I know people, bro. I'm the goat.
All right, and then final
I had
question.
a quick question, real quick.
I also
for
have
Go ahead.
a-
Go ahead.
Oh,
Okay, so obviously very desirable outcome, 13-6. That's an excellent. You must be so proud of your teammates. But I was just wondering what things you changed from week one. Like, was there anything that you focused on improving this week? And then how did that like show up in the game? Like, did you see those improvements?
yeah. So Plu, again, he usually plays duelist. He's very new to the game, but me and Black Swan, we kind of see the potential in him to play something but duelist, and his duelist is ISO. So we tried to get him this week to try and do a different agent. So we put him on Sky, and so this was his first FLV game as Sky, and he did really well. This season, I'm sorry. This season, this was his first Sky game. Cool. I mean, we didn't really change much. I mean, we put Black Swan on duelist. And he popped off as well. He did pretty good.
So do you think the roles are gonna kind of stay like this, or can we expect to see any changes from Snoopy in terms of placements and who's playing which age?
I honestly
Maybe
don't
roulette
have
next
an
week.
answer to that. It could change at any second. I mean, really, we kind of do the lineup on the fly. We kind of just decide the day of who's doing well, who's not doing well, who can we put where, and we build our comp off of that. So I don't really, it's not gonna stay probably, but maybe similar.
All right. So leading into
Alright.
that, speaking of people doing well, my next question was, I'm gonna read this in exactly how I wrote it. I said, before we knew it, you were dominating this game, performing better than Danny at some points. In the end, you just performed better than Danny, period. Do you have a routine for... So part one of this question is, do you have a routine for prepping for an FLV game?
Oh
And
no.
part two is, how do you feel knowing that you're objectively better than Danny?
Okay.
Season champ last season, by the way.
Yeah,
A
the season champion,
champ.
season 20 champion.
Season
Carried.
champ and MVP.
Okay.
He was
Terrible.
carried by
Objectively
Zealous.
followed by a very subjective statement. I just want to point that out.
So
And
the
numbers don't
prepping
lie.
part,
The numbers
right?
don't
Worst
lie.
player who's ever won a ring.
The prepping part of that question, I do nothing. I get on the game and I play. I don't warm up. I don't aim train. I don't do anything like that. I just go in
That is
to a game.
Yeah, that's
I
baller
actually,
behavior.
fun fact, I did not play all this week except for today. So this was my aim.
You just had
After
like a
not
huge
playing for
reset.
days.
That's exactly what I did.
So
I genuinely cannot do that.
there's no
like,
prepping.
zero.
There's no prepping at all. I kind of just I wing it and deal with it. If I do bad, I do bad. If I do good, I do good. I do that with comp too. Danny, I respect him as a player. I don't know him very well.
That sounded sincere.
I don't know him very well. He was pretty
Sounded
good.
like it
I
had a
mean,
big question mark at the end there.
I've never really talked to him much. He seems very nice. But
Look,
we did. I will admit we did know that he was the best player. Nick comped a little bit on how to counter him, and that's kind of what we did. We kind of played to counter him.
Well, it looked like that countering was very
Work.
successful tonight.
Yeah, it definitely was successful.
I have a question, one final one for Nick here.
Yeah, what's up?
For that final round, apparently, my sources in my ear are telling me that you called it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So run me through the name of that strat, and also what was the like thought process behind it? Because me and Bobby were both blown away.
I was-
we had
yeah.
nothing to say.
Yeah, I was in
Dude,
complete
honestly-
shock.
I don't even know what just came over me to make that play. I was just thinking like, dude, we're up 12-6. Like we could throw a round or two if we really need to, but like they're never gonna expect this. We could probably win off this, right? So that was my game plan. It was just like, hold on, I can't remember what did I said.
It was me. I recommended to go mid, and he told me where to smoke, and then he was like, "No, we're running into their spawn."
Yeah. Okay. So
My sources are telling me that you called it.
the name of it is the name of it is they got rid of halls. We still go halls. We made
So-
hall.
So I do have one last question.
Guys,
Actually, I don't know if
I have 3 more questions for Nick Jr.
Yeah, well, I
This
mean,
is-
Okay, all right.
We'll just keep
All right, well,
rolling, honestly.
Okay, so I have a last question for Elo, since
Okay.
the rest of your questions are for Nick Jr.
Yes.
In my honest opinion, the team comp that you guys ran was super interesting. It was very like not usually what you'd see on
Mhm.
Breeze. So like I want to know, was that made up like on the spot? Was there like
Yeah.
were there talks about it beforehand? Like what was the thought process
Okay.
behind it?
So the people that we knew were Cool and we knew Plu. We knew that those two were gonna play, who they were gonna play. Breeze is not. So I typically play Raze, and Breeze is not a Raze map in the slightest. Like I could
Yeah.
not play Raze.
I definitely
So
agree with that.
the best runner up would be somebody else that can entry, and that would be Waylay, because my other pick was Reyna, and I'm not about to play Reyna. So we put Black Swan on Waylay, and then Nick was supposed to go Clove, but then he was like, I want to use Odin, so then I had to go Clove, and then he went Sova. So that was the whole thing. That was
Well,
the whole plan.
I mean, to be fair, Nick, the Odin didn't work out for him yesterday, so he had to get his redemption to win.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that so
honestly,
it was made up on the fly.
yeah, honestly, I love seeing those like comps that are just slapped together last minute. I love
Yeah.
seeing those. So, props to you
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you.
You
Wait,
guys
I
almost
just have
created
a-
the Sentinels comp. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I just have a quick question. Either Nick or Elo can answer this, and I'm surprised none of my fellow production members have pointed this out yet. But the matching like player cards and titles, is that like a superstition or is
The
that just, like, a
synergy, man.
team-
The synergy is what
Is
it's
that-
called. The scared.
guys,
like
why
a
is Danny
team
here?
bond?
How were there like 7 million people in that prod?
Hey,
we're
we're
still
still live,
producing.
Danny.
What?
What's up, Danny? New person to
Post-game-
question.
You know what? Post game
Um,
interview, Danny.
Yeah, what's up?
Danny, how do you feel
Hold
after
on.
under fragging against Elo?
Against who? Luporia?
Yeah.
Yeah, Liporia.
Oh, is that Elo?
Yeah.
I don't know. I suck.
Yeah,
Especially at Breeze, I guess.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, you suck. Goodbye.
All right,
Uh,
let's
Back
move
to
on
the
to Nick
question,
Jr.
right? I didn't
Okay.
answer the question. What was
Wait,
it
one
again?
thing for FLV.
Danny.
Oh, the cards, right? Oh my god.
Danny,
Oh,
you're,
can
you're
we-
on the losing team. Post game interviews are reserved for the winning team. So
Yeah, what Ziff said.
kindly.
The matching
ahead, Eli.
player cards we did the game before this one, and it was Cool's idea. And we just kind of it's our tradition now. We're just gonna do it. There's no meaning behind it. We're just gonna just
Well,
keep
I mean,
doing it.
now there is. I feel like at this point it has to be.
Yeah, we gotta keep it. We gotta keep it.
It's the team gimmick, you know. You gotta have it.
Yeah, yeah.
All
For
right.
nomads, it's our team members falling off the map, but for you guys, it's
Yeah.
For us and Doug, it's that stupid roulette thing that we do.
All right. So now moving on to Nick Jr., our superstar sub.
Oh my gosh.
holy clays.
So my number one question, my first question for you is: we heard you want to have the most sub games this season. What is the motivation behind that?
I can't win any awards because I'm a chud, so I wanted to try and break a record that would be easy to break, I guess.
And also, do you think the
What a
league is gonna
response!
do you think the league is going to make a whole new award just around you and all of your substitutions?
It's the Nick
Superstar
Jr.
sub
award.
award.
And the junior award for the most.
Yeah,
You know,
Nick
like
Jr.
the-
Super
the-
Sub
the, like,
Award.
the Ballon d'Or or like the Rocket Shard in hockey. Yeah, it's just gonna be the Nick Jr. But except it's like way worse.
All right. Next question for you, Nick Jr. This is kind of backhanded, but I don't mean it to be backhanded because I know you're a good player. You've been particularly dominant as of recent in these FLV games. Were you
bit.
always this good, or what changed?
Hell no. First off, never been this good. This is like the best like opening I've had to a season, and
I can tell you what changed.
yeah, what changed.
The
is
choice in gun is what changed.
I started picking up the gun with 3,200 credits instead of 2,900, and I stopped having to look at people to shoot them. I could hit them through walls. I could hit them through boxes. I could hit them through smokes.
So what you're telling me is you close your eyes and you hold left click.
Basically.
So you're telling me you're Brock.
He plays with his monitor off. Actually confirmed.
All right, well you heard it here first, folks. This guy's a fraud and he turns his monitor off every game.
How does he know where to line up though? He was on Sova.
Intuition, I don't know.
Yeah, he actually has like a mental. He has a photographic memory.
He's played too much Valorant to the point where he knows where everything is.
Yeah, no, dude, like whenever I like go to spam an angle or something, like I used to be so bad at it because I didn't realize that when bullets enter the wall, they like leave at a different angle. And it's weird. It's weird. Walls are weird in Valorant. They don't act how you think they would. So you have to
They don't
like,
act walls.
yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but I started getting better at learning like map stuff, and also using like pings and stuff is super helpful. So I like have my pinky on Z like at all times. It's been built into me since I picked up the Odin.
My third question was gonna be why Odin, but you really just answered that question, so I don't think there's a
mean,
point to asking it again.
Results. I mean, I've subbed or I've played 4 games this week. I've lost 1, and the one I lost, I still dropped 30 basically. So like, Odin go burr. I love this gun.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna just call. You know, I said it here first, but I think we're gonna start to see more people. We're gonna start to see a trend in FLV. More people trying to pick up the Odin, just because they're gonna see Nick Jr.'s performances. And
Yeah.
they're gonna try to like copycat it, but they
Oh
don't.
my
Yeah.
god, Nick is a trendsetter.
I think Nick Jr. is gonna start an Odin revolution or something in
Nick,
FLV.
for one
and-
round in my FLV game tomorrow, I will pick up the Odin for you, and I will type in chat, "I love Nick Jr."
Oh
just
my
for you.
gosh, I've started a revolution.
You've started something here, Nick, and I don't appreciate it. Let me say that.
You know, I
I
really
also
hope
do
that
not appreciate it. I genuinely hate going against Odin.
I really hope that Just Banana and Seattle Knights never come across each other.
Yeah, because if they do, you will be tilted out of your mind.
Yeah,
getting
I
killed
think
by
I
the
think I think I can easily say that everyone here hopes that they don't play against you.
wall. And that's
Next
gonna
thing
be
you
a
know-
problem.
What group are you
Oh
in?
no,
Because I'm gonna
I
be
wish
trying
I
to-
could go against him. I'd
I'm
win.
gonna be trying to play.
Okay, well, I can no longer confidently say that I spoke for everyone.
You should see
Well,
our
I have
1v1s. I'll win.
I have one final question, and it is towards the wonderful match MVP.
Oh, me? Oh yeah, that's me.
Elo, yes.
Sorry.
Elo, as team
Yeah.
captain of Snoopy, do you have anyone to call out next week? Anyone that you want to like throw out some throw some shade or
Oh, we're
out
trying to
as
start
their,
beef here.
nice-
Okay.
Baguette 5. Baguette
Me.
5.
You mean like team wise?
Yeah, like in your
team
group.
player?
Oh, in my group.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
they don't have to be in your group.
Well,
Could
preferably because
Baguette 5 have 4 good players, and I think that's why it's called 5 because the 5th one sucks. Danny sucks.
That's not my words. I did not say that.
Well, we expect that.
Nick wants to call out.
We expect this from Nick Jr.
I don't have anybody to shade. I'm on good terms with everybody. That's like
All right. Well, we got a kind-hearted individual over here. I
okay.
guess.
I'm beefing with Nick because he was
Okay,
sick
wait.
last
Yeah, that's
game,
fair.
so I'm beefing with
Yeah, I
him.
couldn't make last game. Beefing with my chick while I'm in jail. Alright,
I was about to say that. I was about to say
You
that.
guys are so brain rotted, and the fact is, I know my girlfriend's watching this, and she just said the exact same thing.
Yeah, that was a fun interview, guys.
All right. Well, thank you
Yeah,
guys
Yeah,
so
really
much
making it fun.
for
Okay.
thank you guys so much for staying here and answering all of our ridiculous and not ridiculous questions. Very much appreciated.
Yeah,
Congratulations on your win.
Victory.
Congrats.
Thank
Good luck
you.
next week.
Very, very good game. Very fun to watch. Very fun to cast. Thank you guys so much.
Of course. Does this mean I can leave now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, thank
you're
God.
more than welcome to leave.
No, you have to stay.
No, you have to stay and you have to answer more questions.
We're going until freaking midnight.
But yeah, I think we're good to close out the stream now. Yeah, guys. All
Yeah.
right. Well, thank you guys so much for sticking around with us this late and watching the stream. It was a wonderful game, and I've been joined by the wonderful Halo. I've been joined by the wonderful Somber, Energy Baiter, Zyph, and Title, and myself. Thank you guys so much,
Yes, sir.
and we will see you another time. Thank you guys very much for staying and watching. It was a wonderful time.